the Zoning Board of Appeals meeting to order. Can we start with a roll call?
Alberto Paratori.
Aziz Hassan.
Norma Drummond?
Rocco Limatone.
Art Mahoney.
Good, thank you. Can I ask everyone to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everyone, and Happy New Year. Thankfully, our meeting didn't get postponed, because Town Hall was open today, so. And thank you for those people who had signs up, at least the ones that I could see. I saw Riggio's on Lake Walton Road, so. It's hanging in there. I was like, boy, they did well with the angle that they put it on, so. All right, our next two upcoming meetings are going to be Tuesday, February 24th and Tuesday, March 24th. Again, in the event of snow, if Town Hall is closed, there is no postponement of our meeting. It is just canceled, and anything that's on the agenda would just get pushed to the next meeting. So if you are scheduled for a public hearing for next meeting, we would just ask that you just change the notice on your sign so that it would reflect the new date. But fingers crossed. I think there's enough snow out there right now to keep everybody happy. We have one set of minutes to approve. We have minutes from our meeting of November 24th. I did not see any corrections needed.
Make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second?
All in favor? Aye. Good, thank you. All right, so the way that our meeting operates is the first part of our agenda is public hearings. These are applications that this board has already had an opportunity to review. In some cases, we've done site visits and just had really looked into what these applications are about. These will be open for public comments. The neighbors were already noticed about them. The last part of the meeting, we have one application for discussion, and that's really the first time this board will take a look at that application. There will be no public comment on that application just because it's our first time seeing that. So, without further ado, item number one, Appeal 4143, Robert Bertuzzi, 656 Beekman Road, Hopewell Junction, requesting a 389 square foot size variance for a proposed two-story detached garage with a 30 by 32 or 960 square foot main floor and 600 square foot unfinished second floor for a total size of 1,560 square feet, a variance for the garage to be located in the front yard, and a 49-foot front line variance pursuant to sections 194, 107, and the Schedule of Bulk Regulations. The footprint of the existing house is 1,952 square feet. Do I have a motion to open the public hearing?
So moved.
Second?
All in favor? Aye. So, Mr. Bertuzzi, so we have had an opportunity, come on up to the microphone. We have had an opportunity to discuss this with you twice. I actually went out, as you know, met you at your house and did a site visit with you. I'm going to say certain things tonight that we've already talked about, but we just want to get them on the official record, particularly for any neighbors that might come or want to comment on this. So you have proposed to put a two-story garage pretty much in the front of your house. I think it's like 51 or 50 feet in, but it's pretty large, 30 by 32. And you were proposing you want to put a lift in there. It's going to be a two-door, two-bay garage. And you want to be able to put a lift that would be 14 feet. So it would require the second floor. You were proposing to put an actual floor on the rest of the garage there for the second floor. You said because the engineer recommended that so that when you heat the garage, you're not wasting the heat, it's not going up and it stays down below. When I came over and visited with you to take a look at the site itself, there were a number of issues that came to my attention. First and foremost, within very, very close proximity to your house, I noticed 4 different houses that did have garages in their front yards. All right, so that does stead well for you that there are, within the character of your neighborhood, this is not unusual. But that said, even you yourself commented on one of them that it was a bit of an eyesore because they weren't taking care of it. And so while your house and your property was really well maintained, again, one of the things this board has to think about is future owners and what it's going to look like in 20 and 30 and 40 years. We talked about, your well is actually like a cutout out of your driveway. So if you're pulling straight in your driveway, you actually have to go to the side or you'd hit your well. So that becomes an obstacle to the ability to put a garage on the side, on the top of the driveway on the left. And by the way, there is a topographical change, so there is an elevation change from the street to your house. The property goes up a little bit, not significantly, but it's a 4-foot difference from where you're proposing to put the garage to that area there. We talked about putting the garage, so we talked about putting a catty-corner where you park your truck now, but given that you have to park your truck catty-corner to be able to fit it in, there's not really enough room to have the ability to have space on either side of the garage to be able to close doors and stuff like that. So that, we agreed, didn't work. To put it immediately to the left of your house, where you have a patio and use some landscaping and you put all these trees in, so you've got a nice screening, vegetative screening with your neighbor, you'd eliminate your ability pretty much to go into your backyard. And I think you were also concerned about what it would look like, given the pitch of the garage and the look of the house itself, to be able to put it there. But you would not be able to get 2 more bays on that side there. Particularly, you'd need a variance to begin with, but that aside, the look of it. We looked whether you could go using your backyard. The topography of your land goes down, so the ability to use your backyard, even if you had to go in through the side and get back there again, not the best use, and that's probably where your septic is too.
Right, the fields.
I'm not sure if I'm remembering this, because it was a while ago when I went out there. We talked about going to the right of your house, which actually was probably one of the better places to put it, because you've got, again, vegetative screening on that side. But then you'd have to be putting a second driveway or an extra length of driveway across the front of your house, which would have looked a little silly as well. We talked about putting this garage in the front of connecting it to the existing house and just extending your garage out in front. Again, it's an option, but the look of that would definitely, might be a little weird, okay, in terms of the look of with your house itself. So then we were looking at the proposal that you gave us, which was, it had like white doors, it had dormer on the top, cupola on the top, and we were like, okay, let's reduce it down in height as best we can. So I understand, I don't know if
There
there's
should be pictures up there.
Oh, are there pictures? Current ones? Do we have?
No, I didn't have it.
I
December
submitted 5
19th.
pictures.
December 19th, I sent the photos to you, Norma.
Yeah,
I have a
but,
picture on my phone, if he's got it.
yeah, we're gonna need a picture here. I think you sent it to my email, so I don't have that here. So you've taken another look at it. We talked about eliminating the second, thank you. You talked about eliminating the second story altogether, because what we had said, and making the doors dark.
They got
So
it?
why don't you start down with it, or let you guys see that, what he's down proposing? Because there is, one of the things I should have said, there is vegetative screening in the front of your house. You've got you've got a stand of pine trees there, and some other, scruff, for lack of a better word. But you did say that a number of those trees would come down
And then I'm going to replace trees.
by putting this up, and you said you'd be putting up some arborvitae or some
Yeah.
other screening in its place. Yeah, so the dormer is gone, it's now got gray doors.
And it's 22 feet tall. We lowered it 3 feet.
Lowered the height, right?
Right. And there's no second floor.
No second
I'm
floor.
going to do mezzanines on both sides, 3-foot mezzanines. So the roof will be like this, there'll be a mezzanine here. I'll put a pull-down ladder, so I just can go up on the mezzanine and put stuff on the walls, like pictures, art, and,
You're putting art up?
well,
in
not
your
art, I mean,
garage?
when I call it art, it's automotive. It'll be pictures of cars, things like that.
All right,
Because I'm going
got
to
it.
keep an open ceiling.
All right. So this is what is being proposed at this point. I mean, it's tough to kind of let the public see what this looks like at this point, but again, you've met a lot of the concerns that we addressed. There's still the big fundamental issue of the fact that there is a large structure in the front yard. But again, like I said, there are other homes in this area that did have the same condition. So are there any comments or questions from board members? Is there anything else that you guys think should go on the record of what we discussed in the last couple of meetings about this application before we open it up for public comments.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's a very small site. And so if you put it on the left side of the house or right side of the house, trying to attach it, it will still require a variance, and it won't, and again, we'll still have to go through the variance process, and it won't really, and again, if you go in the back, it's a very limited space, so unfortunately, the front might be the only location. So, and I really appreciate the applicant working with us and reducing the, you know, the proposed garage to a lower height, so it looks like a garage and not like an in-laws
Like, not
apartment.
like another house.
Another
Exactly.
house or in-laws apartment or something like that. So, yeah, I wanted to put it on the record, so that's it for me.
You actually just helped me think of one more thing. The applicant actually, you do already have two-car garages, including a lift in the one-car garage,
Yes.
in the one garage. However, when I was there was no ability to park a car in there. It's full.
It's full.
As any homeowner would, you keep stuff in your garages. So, you know, do I doubt he needs another garage? No, I don't doubt that at all, because there was clear to me that those garages that he already has are being used. Okay, so, and I'd rather see stuff in a garage than see it out in a neighborhood,
Exactly.
so. All right, so any other comments from board members?
I mean, looking at that, I appreciate that you've addressed all of our concerns. I see that, I know we gave you a lot of concerns. And I appreciate you just about addressed all of them, so that's my comment at this point.
Thank you.
Now, it looks like you moved it a little bit further to
10
the
feet,
right.
10 feet back.
So it's even moved farther
Yeah.
to the right now, to the one side, so, yeah, and the way it was, the size was brought down is nice. And from the picture, it looks fine.
Al, anything?
Yeah, I think he did everything he possibly could. You know, he met everything that we had discussed, so I'm good with it.
Okay, all right, so is there anyone here who wishes to speak for or against the request from Robert Bertuzzi, 656 Beekman Road, Hopewell Junction, requesting a 389 square foot size variance for a proposed, I'm now going to call it a one-story, right? 22
One-story.
feet, we're going to call it one-story because there's, yeah, one-story detached garage with a 30 by 32 foot or 960 square foot main floor, for a total, and a variance for the garage to be located in the front yard, and a 49-foot line variance pursuant to Section 194-107 and the Schedule of Bulk Regulations. It actually, hold on, before I take a,
Norma, if you eliminate the second floor square footage,
Yeah.
then he doesn't need the size variance either.
really?
Correct. Because he's allowed 1,100 and something with the house at 1952.
Well, that's good, we eliminated a variance, that's great. Okay, so now we still have,
Wanted to
so,
point that out. If you're
Yeah, no, that's-
one story now with, you know, so we've eliminated the 600 square feet.
so we still need, it's located in the front yard of them, and the 49-foot front line variance, because this is a main, a county highway,
Correct.
and you're supposed to be, any structures are supposed to be 100 feet back.
Right.
So that's the issue that we're running into. It's not the typical front line setback of 50 feet. All right, so is there anyone who wishes to speak regarding that application? Oh, thank you. We do have one of your neighbors sent in a letter, so I want to just get that on the record. This is coming from Mr. and Mrs. Pete DeSisto, or Kathy DeSisto, 658 Beekman Road, so your immediate neighbor, and dated January 13th, 2026. To whom it may concern, I am writing in regard to the zoning application submitted by my neighbor at 656 Beekman Road, Hopewell Junction. I reside at 658 Beekman Road, which is adjacent to the above-mentioned property. I have reviewed the proposed project and have no objections to the plans as presented. I am in full support of the request and believe it will not negatively impact my property or the surrounding neighborhood. Please consider this letter as my formal approval of the application. Should you require any additional information, I can be reached at the contact information listed below. Thank you for your time and consideration. So your immediate neighbor, who actually would be most impacted, is in support of the application. So with that being said, is there anyone else who wishes to speak for or against the application?
Got to be careful about my wife. She was mad
I
at
know
me
she
the
wants a
other day.
garage.
She was mad. She goes, I'm going to oppose you Tuesday night.
All right, seeing none, do I have a motion to close the public hearing? Close and reserve?
Yeah, because
We weren't
yeah, I
sure
was
what
gonna-
kind of comments we were
Yeah,
going to get on
because
this.
I was concerned because we have got some adjustments to make. So we're
Yes.
going to make a motion to close and reserve.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, so we're not going to give you a decision tonight, okay, but we've closed it, so no more public comments, because, again, given the changes to what you've now given us, we've got to write a resolution that reflects what we're really approving at this point.
Okay.
Okay, or whatever, or considering. I don't want to say approving, so. All right, so we'll see, you don't even have to come next month.
Okay.
Jackie will get you the decision after next month's
So let
meeting.
me ask you a question. Matt, do I need to have the architect change the height, or we can use the plans, and when you come, you'll see there's no second floor?
So, let me get back to you on that.
Yeah, why don't you guys take that conversation outside of this
If I do, I need to get on
meeting?
them right away.
All right,
It took 8 months to get these plans.
We have 62 days to approve, so it may happen next month, but it could go to
Yeah,
the
in the
first.
event of snow, we can't control that, but we're going to try for
If
next
I
month.
need to do it, I'd rather get on them right
I know,
away.
I'll get back to you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
so
call
I
you.
just want to make you aware
It
that,
take a couple of months just for that, and then it's gonna take 3 months for the snow to go away, so,
okay.
All right. Have a good evening.
thank you, thank you.
All right, nice seeing you again.
Yes.
Item number 2, Appeal 4151, Camille Riggio, 230 Lake Walton Road, Hopewell Junction, requesting a 16-foot sideline variance and a 50-foot size front variance, a 50-foot size variance for proposed. So we've got a sideline variance and a 50-foot size variance for the proposed 20-foot by 20-foot or 400-square-foot carport pursuant to Section 194-107D and the Schedule of Bulk Regulations. This is the third accessory structure, and it is over 350 square feet. That's why we needed it. Do I have a motion to open the public hearing?
So moved.
Second?
All in favor? Aye. Good evening, Brian. So again, we have had the opportunity to review this application. The applicant, we noticed, has his sign up. The applicant has been here before. We've approved a lot line realignment on this property and then allowed a garage or shed to go in the back that, again, looks beautiful. So anytime we've had any additional considerations on these applications, the applicant has always been very responsible, so we very much appreciate that. Where you're proposing to put this there is existing asphalt already there, so it actually makes sense. There's a 6-foot fence, so there is screening to the neighbor next door. I'm not, the applicant has agreed to put up some screening in front of this or something, no?
We talked to the applicant about it. He priced out some pine trees, and with installation, that number was coming close to or at the same price as the carport, and that was a little bit too much for them. So as far as screening goes in the vegetative form,
Just even some low bushes, because if I remember, this isn't going all the way to the ground, right?
I will defer to the applicant.
Could we?
Again, I mean, I honestly don't see the need. I mean, if
Can you please come to the mic?
you can only see it going one way.
To the microphone.
You can only see it going
I agree.
from Stewart's. You can't, the brand-new fence is there, it blocks it. Everything that we've done has made the property look
Beautiful.
more
Yeah.
valuable, and I'm not trying to be arrogant or anything, but it's enhanced the value of it. And I have traveled up and down Lake Walton and on other various roads in Hopewell, looking at other carports, and there's no, screening or anything there. Some of them are even in front of the house.
Yeah.
So I just don't, and it's not in the budget, even bushes, I mean, that's why we got rid of all those trees in the back. We're done with trees. And we had Cole Myers come in and give us an estimate for 6 aprovites, and by the time we bought the trees and have them, put them in the ground and everything, you're looking at almost $4,000. The
6
carpet-
trees. Wow.
Well, don't forget, they're putting them in the ground, the labor's more than the
Right.
trees. And the carport's only a little over 4,000, so it's just not in the budget to do anything like that. And as far as some small bushes or anything, that's really not any screening anyway. I mean, when I look at screening, I'm guessing that it's so it blocks the carport from any visual from the road, and a couple 2-foot bushes along the side of the carport, that wouldn't serve that purpose. So, you know, we're not in favor of putting anything. That's why we got rid of the trees. That's why we put the fence up. That's why we had a monster pine tree in front of the house for years, and because that was the only tree that could actually affect the house if it came down, we took everything down. We just...
So you're proposing a steel carport?
Yes.
What color?
About 2 foot down from the roof, open sides. I actually feel that I don't think I would like if it was 3 sides. The galvanized steel just wouldn't go with the shed. We matched the shed, the siding on the shed to the house, to the garage when we resided that.
Right.
The roofs are all the same. We had, I forgot the company's name right now, come in and paint the shutters in the back to match the shutters on the front. I mean, we've done everything to make this thing look as nice as can be, and we just don't want any more shrubs.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate your consideration, and certainly the fact that you explored it is helpful. I didn't know the cost of it, so it's definitely interesting to know that it's as expensive as that, so, all right. Yeah, that would make sense. Any comments or questions from board members?
I'm good.
I don't have a comment.
I'm good.
So is there anyone here who wishes to speak for or against the request from Camille Riggio, 230 Lake Walton Road, Hopewell Junction, requesting a 15-foot sideline variance and a 50-foot side size variance for a proposed 20-foot by 20-foot carport? Seeing none, do I have a motion to close the public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. This is appeal number 4151. Applicant is Camille Riggio, requesting a 15-foot sideline variance and a 50-foot size variance from a 50 square foot size variance from the requirements of the Schedule of Bulk Regulations in Section 194-107 of the Town Code for a proposed 20 feet by 20 feet, 400 square foot carport, the variances. A resolution offered by zoning board member Aziz Ahsan, whereas the applicant previously was granted variances for a 10-foot size variance from the requirements of Section 194-107 of the Town Code for a proposed 12 feet by 30 feet, 360 square foot accessory structure, and a 9-foot front yard variance from the requirement of Section 194-98 of the Town Code for a 6-foot fence more than 10 foot in front of the front line of the dwelling pursuant to appeal number 4139, and whereas from this appeal, the proposed accessory structure could be the third accessory structure on the property and over 350 square foot, and whereas the proposed location of the carport could be on existing pavement and would be used to shelter vehicles.
Skip the next one.
Okay. Whereas, and this is a type 2 action under seeker, and whereas a legal notice was published in the Poughkeepsie Journal on January 23rd, 2026, and whereas the Zoning Board of Appeals held a public hearing on January 27th, 2026, and whereas the Zoning Board of Appeals finds that the granting of the variance will not produce an undesirable change in the character of the neighborhood, as the property will remain residential in nature. The desired result could be achieved by reducing the size of the carport, and all the proposed changes are in conformity with other homes in the neighborhood. The variances are not substantial. The variances will not have an adverse effect or impact on the physical or environmental conditions. Therefore, be it resolved that the Zoning Board of Appeals hereby approves the request of Camille Riggio for a 15-foot sideline variance and a 50 square foot size variance from the requirements of from the Schedule of Bulk Regulations and Section 194-107 of the Town Code for a proposed 20 feet by 20 feet, 400 square foot carport. Be it further resolved that within 5 business days of the adoption of this resolution, the chair or other duly authorized member of the zoning board shall cause a copy of the resolution to be filed with the town clerk and a copy sent to the applicant owner.
Is there a second?
Second.
Votes as follows: Aziz.
Aye.
Rocco.
Aye.
Alberto.
Aye.
Art.
Aye.
And myself, aye. So your motion carries. You guys are all set. Thank you very much. Have a good evening.
Last 2 years of everything.
Not for nothing, but we're not going to see you again, right?
Put up a football field or something like that.
Have a good night.
Take care.
All right, that was the last of our public hearings, so we have one last application, which is just our first review it. So this is item number 3, Appeal 4152, Melissa Adams. Melissa Adams and Jason Stradlowski. Wow, 18 Appalachian West, Hopewell Junction, requesting a 17-foot sideline variance for a proposed 15-foot by 20-foot or 300-square-foot in-ground pool pursuant to Section 194-95 and the Schedule of Bulk Regulations. Come on up. So, this is the only, again, first time we're looking at your application, this is the only why are you asking for this area on your property? Let's start with that.
It's actually the only space on the property that allows for it. The lot is narrow, and the next-door neighbors have a variance on their property, which has kicked their pool and their fence area into...
Oh, that's right, this one bumped out.
Yeah.
So it took property away from your lot
Right.
for them to put their pool in. Got it.
And the topography behind the house is, it's kind of a straight shot down. So this seems to be the only space. We're looking to do a shallow plunge pool, just cool off type thing. And at the point where you're at that 8-foot close mark it's actually a roof line on part of their structure. The actual living space where they spend time, it's probably like a 14-foot drop down. So it's very awkward.
There's that much of a grade change?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I see some contour lines on the survey that we got, so,
They have a concrete retaining wall right on the property line that follows that property line.
okay.
And then it drops down 14 feet.
Oh, that's probably what we're seeing here for that, for the
Yeah.
pool area there. Okay.
Yeah, so where their pool is, right up against their pool, their retaining wall up to their driveway is probably 15 feet.
Okay.
It's of solid cement.
Okay, so the one issue that we have is whether this is considered to be in the front of the house.
Yeah, we're going to call it the side, I believe.
We're going to call it the side because
Because the garage
it's based on the
falls out.
primary, the way the code reads, it's the primary access to the house, and a garage is certainly a primary access. So it's one of these, this is one of those things I said to Michelle that we might need to clean up the language a little bit.
Did you see the photos too? Because it really shows the topography, how it drops.
Oh, okay, no,
Got pictures of the back.
Yeah, I would like to see that.
It really drops off.
okay, yeah, could you share them with us real quick? I mean, we see contour lines, so it's going from 994 to 1,002 just in your backyard. Just just probably just a matter of 20 feet out, you know?
Yes.
I mean, I don't know the
Dives down.
scale of this. One inch equals 40 feet, so, yeah.
When you're calling it a plunge pool, what does it mean, a plunge pool?
So there's no deep end to it, it's all shallow. So it's you walk in with steps, it's not even 4 feet, is it 4 feet?
It's kind of like an in-ground
4
pool
feet.
that's all one size.
all-
Yeah, it's one depth.
Okay,
It's one
because I was
depth.
trying to figure out what's the difference.
Yeah.
So it is, for our purposes, it is a pool?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's a pool because it's filtering water.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Okay, I had circled it, I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah.
So it's, okay, it's,
So these are pictures that Matt took when he was out to visit.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, look at the grade change.
Soon as you go past that brown fence, it drops off precipitous.
And your neighbors should not, since their pool is literally right on your property line, they shouldn't complain about noise from a pool, huh?
Definitely not. So they have younger kids that enjoy their pool. That's not the scenario at our house. We hear a lot of music we don't want to hear.
Where is your septic? Oh, it's in the back.
in the back.
All right, so again, not just the topography, but your septic also limits your ability to be able to use a certain area of your, and we noticed you have a pond.
Right.
Yes.
Even with the house.
So there's probably a buffer from that pond too that they'd have to stay out of, so.
So it is, it's...
All right, comments or questions from board members, or are we okay with, what is there's one bump out on your survey. Anybody know what that is? Right in the front of where their pool is. Little bump out.
Oh, right there.
Yeah, what is this?
Which one? Oh, yeah, I didn't even pay attention to that. There is a little...
Driveway turnaround.
Oh, you mean the square?
Yeah, there's a square on your
That's
property line.
That's
from
asphalt that the neighbor put on our property.
Okay.
For their turnaround?
Yes, it was, so the people who owned the property, who lived in that house, they subdivided when they got divorced. They had two extra lots.
Okay.
So they must have come in to get a variance to,
For the pool, obviously.
pool.
And to redo that lot line alignment, okay.
right, but we ended up with their driveway turnaround.
Okay.
Okay.
Motion to advertise.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. All right, we will see you next month, hopefully. Jackie will give you information about, that goes to Matt. Jackie will give you information about your putting a sign up. Might be a little bit difficult to get it in the ground right now. What do we do in the event of snow? How do they get a sign in the ground?
Stick it in the
Stick it in
snow.
the snow.
Yeah, it goes right to the
It's not a great solution, but it's the best solution.
It's that snow is deeper than the stakes are going to be.
This sign's going to be 6 feet off the ground.
Yeah, right into the snow pile. Like a snowman.
You guys, you work on your sign. Do I have a motion?
Motion to
adjourn.
adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Matt, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.